How do you feel between last year and this year? In what ways do you feel like you've improved just as a quarterback and even as a leader on the team?
Well, I just got more comfortable. I think the playbook is a little bit more simple just because we're running the same amount of plays, but just because of knowledge of the game that I know it's easier for me to get things. So just older, just more of a veteran guy out there on the field, not a young guy. So that's a little.
Do you see things on the field differently this year than you did last year?
Oh yeah, differently. Things have slowed down to me. Things not moving as fast as they was last year just because I was new out there on the field, but things have slowed down because of the knowledge that I have gained.
How much should it help that you've already played in the national championship game, so you're used to this limelight? Do you draw on that?
Oh yeah, it helps a lot because we have played not only national championship, but we have played in big games this year, so it has helped us a lot because we already had that focus on us before, so we ain't coming in this game nervous. We already know what type of atmosphere it's going to be. We've played in these type of atmosphere many games, so it should be an easy game for us.
So that said, I mean, you guys have been shut out, I think, in the first quarter of the bowl games the last couple of years. What do you do to pick up points on the borderline this game?
I just try to come out and just do what we continuously do. Try to come out, put up points on the board, first, second, or third quarter. Just make sure you want to come out with the victory. Ain't worry about when we're going to put up the points. Just you want to come out, finish, come out with a victory.
Mark Asper made the comment that you guys have played enough big games lately that there were times this year when there was games without as much hype, when that was hard. It was kind of hard to get yourself up for some of those other games. I mean, do you almost feel more comfortable, you think, on these big stages at this point?
Oh yeah, you feel more comfortable because you know the competition you're going to play. It's a higher level of competition, and everybody want to match that level of competition, so you come out knowing that you got to perform at your best, so it's easy to get guys ready to go for these games.
Growing up in Texas, how big was the Rose Bowl to you? Did you watch games growing up? What's the meaning to you to play a game like that?
Oh yeah, I watched Texas beat down USC. That's about the only Rose Bowl I remember watching. But I mean, Rose Bowl's a big thing just from playing, being able to be a part of the team. 2 years ago when we played in the Rose Bowl, it's a big thing, and the granddaddy of them all, so it's a big game.
Darron, this was the first year really you've sustained kind of an injury. I mean, how did you feel like you came back from that and got yourself healthy?
I feel like I came back strong. Wasn't never really worried about my spot or nothing like that, really just worried about getting healthy. If I can get back on the field at 100%, if I can give my best effort out on the field. But I think the treatment center did a great job getting me back. And when I was playing through injury, I played through it and stayed secure.
Are you healthy now? Are you healthy now? 100%?
Oh yeah, back to being healthy. 100%, had the good amount of rest, so ready to go.
Are you going to wear a knee brace this game?
Not at all.
Okay. How do you guys stay sharp with so much time in between games? Practice like full speed, or does it kind of hurt you guys the fact you don't get a chance to go live such a long time?
Oh no, not at all, because we had a good practice atmosphere. We really do the similar things that we do during the week. We still got pads popping, things moving around. We still got us going against our defense. So we have been practicing really normal. Everybody knows it's a big game. We want the amount of time that we're getting because we know we're going to have to come out and execute this game and get a good game plan going.
Is there any similarities between the beginning of the season, the fact that you guys haven't had a game, and the time that you guys have between now and going into a bowl game?
Oh yeah, big time similarities. I call it like the second fall camp because we're just going at it again, just competing against our defense and just competing against a similar look. Not really playing the game until about 2 or 3 weeks, so it's really like a second fall camp for us.
It's not dragging right now, and you're not getting antsy about getting ready to play it?
Oh no, not at all. I think the guys who have been here, we understand that the time in between that you got for the game is a must because you got to be ready, you got to be back physically ready just from off the season, things like that. But I think we understand the task at hand.
What kind of players Coronas cross you right now as opposed to 3 months ago?
I think Coronas has been one of the most consistent guys. I don't think we have had an errant snap or anything all season. I ain't trying to jinx it, but he's been one of the guys out there consistently every play. I don't never think he came off the field, only when I come off the field.
What kind of stuff does he have to worry about? I mean, how tough is that job that what he does?
Oh yeah, he has to worry about a lot, but he's one of the calm guys that we have on the field. Even if something's going bad, he's not a guy that's going to go crazy. He's a guy that's want to make it right, and he takes his job serious, snapping the ball, and not only snapping the ball, but getting the looks and talking to the veteran guys.
You haven't run for as many yards this year as you did last year. Is that just sort of the way it's worked out? Have they been trying to shut you down on the run more? I mean, what's happened with that?
I think we got 2 running backs that's almost over 1,000 yards, and that's their running backs. So I think I did the perfect job of getting them the ball, making sure I get my players out of there, making sure I get the defense maybe on me, letting those guys run. I know Keon's close to 1,000 yards rushing, and LaMichael's one of the top running backs. So I think it's their job to run the ball, and they've been doing a good job all year.
What does Wisconsin like to do with their secondary?
Oh, that's a base secondary. They got a good defense. They got a good all-around defense. I think their coach do a good job coaching them guys up because they know their defense to a T, and they're going to be ready to go.
Do you feel like you've improved from last year to this year just as a passer and your balls are better?
Oh, yeah, I think I have improved a lot. Maybe the stats maybe don't look like it, but I think I have improved all-around game because we have changed up the game plan of what we did last year into this year, just working around some of the younger guys that we got. So I did a great job.
You're in another situation where the opposing quarterback like last year is going to get a lot of attention going into the game. Do you care about any of that kind of stuff at all?
Oh, no, not at all. He gets what he deserves. He's one of the big-time quarterbacks. He's been a quarterback for about 2 years. Even when he was at NC State, he was a good quarterback. I always knew him, so I'm happy just to play against him and compete against him.
Do you know him?
No, not at all.
Okay.
You ever think about it, though, the fact that, I mean, like, you've had a great year. I mean, last year you threw 30-something touchdowns. You haven't thrown many interceptions. You ever kind of think about, like, you know, I'm doing okay over here. Can I get a little bit about myself? I mean, I'm doing all right.
Oh, I think Wisconsin respect me. I don't know what's going on over here and what's the word over here about who the best quarterback out of us two, but I think Wisconsin respect me as a quarterback, and they're going to come out and try to do some things, try to take me out the game, but I'm not really worried about. I'm just worried about getting the victory, coming out of the end.
Even nationally or just within the Pac-12, I mean, to kind of get the respect. I mean, because you've done well the 2 years you've been quarterback.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to come out and win. I mean, we got a lot of big-time quarterbacks in this conference that just keep doing the same consistent things, just like me, but they're getting a little higher publicity, but they're big-time players, and they're doing a lot for their team.
You feel yours will come soon?
Oh, yeah, mine's coming soon, but we got big-time players. Not a lot of teams that have 3 and 4 or 5 big-time players getting talked about, so they're maybe the key focus on their team. We got 3 and 4 players on this team that gets a lot of publicity.
Darron, when you think Big Ten football, like the Play Word Association, what do you think of it?
I know it's a good group. I have been out there, recruiting trips growing up in high school. I know it's a big-time football over there, and they're going to come out competitive. Big Ten, big guys.
Do you think, like, stylistically, what do you think of in terms of, like, how they play Big Ten? Not necessarily Wisconsin, but just sort of traditionally.
Traditionally, Big Ten has just been really like big football, downhill football, big guys, but have got kind of diverse because you got some of the teams, Illinois and Nebraska's coming in there with the spread offense now, so it's kind of getting a little mixture now. Not really.
Pressure to win this game?
Not really no pressure because it's a bowl game and we've been winning. We just want to come out and do our thing.
Sort of homecoming.
Signature win, though, Darron. A real signature win for the last 4 or 5 years.
Oh, yeah, for the program, it's a signature win. But for us as a team, we just want to come out and just get a victory. We're not treating this no differently than any other game. We have played in big games. We just want to come out with a victory.
Sort of a homecoming for D'Anthony playing there in the Rose Bowl and everything. What are you expecting from him? What's he meant to you and this team?
Oh, Deion's one of the big-time players on our team. He's a guy that's not really worried about the outside because he's not really worried about being a home game or going back to L.A. You don't never hear him about, oh, I'm going back home and playing in front of everybody. He's a guy that just want to get the job done. Any type of way. He's a good team guy. He don't care if he getting the touchdowns or if everybody else getting the touchdowns. He's a loving guy. There's a lot of good things will happen in the future.
When you look at all the things that you've learned throughout your career, I mean, the leadership and that sort of thing, how much does what you've learned, how much is that stuff you can take off the football field into your life after football?
Oh, there's a lot that Coach Kelly does that just helps me out on the field and off the field. Just little things that you can say, like, forgetting about the bad things, like on the field. You throw a pick, don't worry about it the next drive. If you do something on the outside of the field, you mess up, hey, just worry about bouncing back from that. Don't worry about just keep on messing it up. Just bounce back, just be a better man. Thank you.
Thanks, Darron.